Have you been stuck inside wondering how to take charge of your life? Is there something you want to do but haven't been able to do yet? I know I have in the quarantine, haven't been able to get back to the gym. Well, in Personal Revolution, best-selling author and life coach Allison Task helps you take control of your life with inspiration and humor so that you move from where you are now to where you want to be and have fun doing it. It's like having a personal coach whispering in your ear. This 3-month podcast course, along with bonus episodes each month, is available wherever you listen to podcasts and will help you create a clear vision for what you want out of life, remove the frustrating blocks that are holding you back, develop a detailed plan that will drive you to where you want to be, and build the network that will help you create your future. To get more out of your experience, be sure to sign up for Personal Revolution Premium. You receive a personal workbook and real-time access to a community of other changemakers working towards their goals with positivity, possibility, and momentum. And for a limited time, all of these amazing premium features are available to you free. Download the Himalaya app in your app store, look up Personal Revolution, and enter promo code REVOLUTION at checkout to get your first month absolutely free. If you're ready to go after a better life, you are ready for a personal revolution. I'm Drew Bedard, and this is Marketing That Works, a podcast about the tools, tips, and tactics that business owners and marketers need to wow their customers and grow their profits. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Marketing That Works podcast. I'm your host, Drew Bedard. Excited to be back, and I got a really cool topic this week that I'm excited to talk about because it's a book I'm reading right now. First, just wanted to say thank you to everybody who's rating and reviewing the show. I would ask that if you could, if you haven't yet, please rate or review it, and also if you would pass along this message to one person today, over text, over email, anything you can do, over social, that you feel like this might have an impact on. That would be so awesome. I want to highlight one show in particular, is one show on the Market Street Media Podcast Network that I want you to check out, and it's called One Conversation at a Time by Kelly Ray. So if you go search that on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, Kelly Ray is an amazing woman. She's got a family. She's been a businesswoman for years. She has so much knowledge about motherhood, life, the business world. It's definitely worth a listen if you can take the time to do it. So that's One Conversation at a Time with Kelly Ray. Okay, here's the message today, and hopefully, again, you'll get to the end of this and you'll say, I got to send this to one person, and you're going to send it out. And the message today is about the Dream 100. The Dream 100 is something that's been a little confusing to me over the years, and you're probably asking yourself right now, what the heck is the Dream 100, and why am I listening to Drew talk about it? Well, let me explain. Right now, I am reading a book called The Dream 100 Book by a guy named Dana Derricks. Now, Dana Derricks is a goat farmer by trade or by life choice, but he's also a professional copywriter, has written books, and he's pretty good at this whole selling things over the internet, enough that he's won 2 Comma Club awards from ClickFunnels, and he's a renowned copywriter, like I said before. But he wrote this book, and it's amazing. You get this book in the mail, and honestly, on Amazon, it's $97, and you're like, what? Like, that's what a textbook might cost. And he does have a link. It's thedream100book.com, and you can go to it, and you can get a free plus shipping offer there. But you get it in the mail, and you're like, this is the cheapest looking book I've ever seen in my life. Like, it's straight out of, Amazon Press, where you get, it's kind of like, looks like it's almost been photocopied. It has a black and white cover. It has a black back. It's kind of a cheap looking book, and that's not any dig at Dana if he listens to this in the future, because I think he's brilliant. But what's amazing about it is that the information, and this is what it really boils down to with business books, it's about the information on the pages. So I open up this book, I'm almost done with it at this point, and what it does more than anything else is it explains what the Dream 100 is. And I'm going to give you kind of the first bit of what the Dream 100 is, and then I want to go deeper into it after the break. The Dream 100 is essentially 100 people or potential customers. It always boils down to people because it's about relationships. But the Dream 100 is a list, and 100 is an arbitrary number, but it's just what's used. And this got passed down from Chet Holmes, who's passed away at this point, who was a sales genius, has books out there. Then Russell Brunson from ClickFunnels really made it a huge part of his marketing, his traffic secrets. And then Dana Derricks has really crystallized it into a book. But the Dream 100 is essentially looking at it as 100 people who are out there, people or businesses who are out there in the world who have access to your dream customer. So they're the Dream 100 because they hold in their hand or in their list or in their social media followers the people that you are trying to get to. The avatar, the people you've identified as, boy, this would be my dream customer. This is the people that I want to serve every single day. But there's people who are the conduit. They are the bridge to those people, and they are your Dream 100, not necessarily the customers that might be on the other end, because it might be 1,000 or 5,000 or 10,000 customers. It's really this group, and it could be 500, it could be 1,000 people, but they crystallize it kind of into this Dream 100 because that's a list that's attainable. It's something you could write down today. But remember, the Dream 100 are the people who are the bridge to your avatar customer, the people who you really want to get in front of. And again, I want to explain more about this, but I'm going to take a quick break and I'm going to come right back and explain further. This episode of the Marketing That Works podcast is brought to you by Tresta. Tresta is an app for iPhone and Android that lets you do business calling and texting from anywhere with no hardware, just the smartphone you're already using. Tresta is the best business phone app on the market, whether you're freelancing, working remotely, or running a small business. Growing your network and your business is all about communication. You've got to be available no matter where you are, especially as marketers. Tresta offers the call management features that empower you to communicate smarter and more efficiently, like auto attendance, call recording, user groups, and more. Tresta is easy to configure so you can set up everything yourself, all online. Tresta's phone system makes it easier and more affordable to set up a fully functioning mobile office. It's just $15 per user per month with no contract, so you can start today with a free 30-day trial at Tresta.com/marketingworks. That's www.Tresta.com/marketingworks. Now, let's get back to the show. Okay, and we're back. Thanks so much for listening to that, and let's go deeper into what the Dream 100 is. So again, we talked about that the Dream 100 is that bridge person. It's the person who's out there in the world who holds maybe an audience that you'd love to get in front of. Probably a little bit better known at this point, and probably more well-known in the world, is affiliate marketing. Getting affiliates to help you sell your product. But really, when you look at the Dream 100, this is like the cream of the crop type people. And I want to explain a story that is told in Dana's book, and it's also told by Russell Brunson all the time. And it's about Tony Robbins, that for years and years and years, what Russell did was Russell identified that Tony Robbins has his dream customers, people who aspire to a better life, aspire to a better business, a better relationship, who want to serve people, who want to sell things to people. So he identified that Tony was one of his Dream 100, and you can't dream too big. You might as well just make a list of these crazy people who are out there who you're like, I want to have a relationship with this person in the future, because hopefully that relationship will be mutually beneficial, where maybe they could help me grow my business and I can certainly help them grow their business. So Russell approached Tony Robbins over years and years and years, and he finally got in front of Tony by offering to help him with a book launch for Money Master the Game for free, basically. So basically fly wherever Tony was in the world. You got 30 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever. You got this short amount of time. You need to film. You need to bring in a film crew. We're going to film these videos for a funnel, because Russell was using ClickFunnels, which was his product. But use ClickFunnels to build the Money Master the Game book funnel for Tony Robbins. And Tony said, okay, Russell, you've been knocking on my door for years. I'll give you a shot. Okay? So then he gave him the shot, and Money Master the Game did great sales, but it also benefited Tony because what ClickFunnels did was not only get sales for the book itself, it really was a free plus shipping offer, but really what Tony wanted to do was two things: build his list even bigger and sell one of his main courses, which is part of the funnel. So the second part after you bought the book or got the free plus shipping book was you went to the second level of the funnel, which was to sell you maybe a relationship course or a mastery course for $97 or something like that. And Russell talks about this famously on his podcast and in his books, how this formula works in a lot of different ways. So at this point, Russell has done the thing. He spent his own money to get in front of Tony to provide him value for free. And what Tony has done over the years, he started speaking at Russell's events, and obviously Russell paid him to do that as well. But over the years, they built a relationship, and as Russell built a bigger audience and a bigger platform, Tony Robbins said, "Can I come on your platform to help, get people to one of the Date with Destiny events or one of these courses that he sells?" So it was a mutually beneficial relationship, and what Russell understood was on the other side of Tony, or creating a personal relationship with Tony, was thousands and thousands of people that Tony has an influence on that Russell could get ClickFunnels in front of. And then ClickFunnels, he has repeated this over and over and over again with big heavy hitters, Dean Graziosi and all, go down the line. And Russell has great relationships with a lot of these different people because they were in his Dream 100. His Dream 100, the bridge people to get me in front of that customer, that avatar that I really want to get in front of, and hopefully multiples of them, maybe thousands of these types of people. So I want to challenge everybody today. This will probably be the first installment of a Dream 100. I may do another one of these in the future. But what I really wanted to do was convey the concept of the Dream 100 is the bridge person. So write down a list. I want to challenge you today. Write down a list, or maybe start with 5 people, start with 10 people, but start to look, who is my ideal customer that I would like to have for my business, for maybe one of my, if I've got 2 or 3 different products, or maybe I'm selling a core product, who are my customers? Where are they? And who is the bridge person that I could create a relationship with, create value for, give them things because you want to create that relationship. This isn't supposed to be just a take type thing. This is building a long-term relationship so that maybe someday they would get you in front of their audience, which happens to be your avatar, your customer, your audience that you'd really love to get in front of, but you, with this one relationship, you can get in front of thousands of them. I swear, if you sit down for 10 minutes today and just think about this, think about who your core customer is, think about your avatar, how can I get multiples of them? Then think about, who is that person on Facebook? Who is that person with the email list? Who's that big influencer in the world who might have that group as their audience already, and who you could start building a relationship with, give value to today, that may let you in the future get in front of those maybe thousands of people that would potentially buy your product or see value in your product. So that's the basis, the foundation for the Dream 100. I want you to take this seriously. This is, again, the book is terrific. It does talk a lot about the Dream 100. It talks a lot about the affiliate marketing and how powerful that can be for your business. Some people look at it as a little bit sleazy. It's not. Like, when you look at affiliates, you're just looking at people who have access to an audience who want to sell your product because they want to make money, and they want you to make money, and they think it would be of value to their audience. So let's, frame it up in a different frame instead of thinking of it as some sort of bad thing. Let's think of it as a good thing. But again, go get Dana Derrick's book. It's in the show notes. It's in the description of this episode. Go get it. Check it out. I think you'll see as much benefit that I have gotten. I think you will get as much benefit out of it too. So again, sit down today. Identify even the first few people. Even just brainstorm, where's that audience that I want to hit? And who is that bridge person who could help me get to those people? I think that you will start to see things in a different light and say, man, maybe if I just focused on this instead of just advertising and social ads and all these other things where I'm just fishing blind sometimes, that if I just focused on these people in the world, I may be able to get access to thousands of my dream customers, my avatars in the future that would cut down or help me scale my business faster. So I hope you have a great day. I hope this was beneficial. Thanks for listening to the Marketing Networks podcast. I'll see you next week.